man, I have deodorant over here. Y'all are probably gonna cut my ass. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kat, and if you all already know, go subscribe and like my videos. Okay. Sorry guys that I didn't post a video last week, but you know, a girl has finals this week and I'm trying to graduate. You already should know how that goes. But anyways, today is gonna be a story time, and the story time actually happened quite recently. So let me break down the story for you. So basically I'm in that class, and you know, within this field, and along with like, you know, any other field like education, anything that has to do with kids, basically, you're gonna come across kids from different backgrounds, different neighborhoods, and with that they come with, you know, different ways that they speak due to their surroundings, their environment, the people around them, their culture, you know, ethnicity. Everybody speaks differently, and that's dialect. Okay guys, that's dialect. Okay, so yeah, everybody, you have a dialect, I have a dialect, we have all individual dialects the way we speak. So yes, and basically we were learning about a specific dialect in class, and that would be the African American Vernacular English, AAE or AAVE. People sometimes say, you know, African American English, and don't mind me guys, that there's a paper, that's why I'm looking down. So but basically we are learning about this, how to basically assess children who come from a cultural background. So you know me, I basically like gone to school with majority Caucasian children and like Hispanics and Asians, but I would always be usually the only black girl in class, or you know, there'll be two. Yeah, and topics like, you know, this and like talking about slavery and like elementary school, it just made me cringe, cause I would be like, what they talk about? What they talk about? I'm really happy that my teacher had brought this up, because I go to school in Long Island, and obviously the school that I go to is majority Caucasian children. So I would hope for future educators and anybody taking care of children would assess children, you know, based on their backgrounds and stuff like that. Basically, this lesson was telling us, you know, no matter where they come from, that dialect is not wrong. You know, you have to respect their dialect and learn it. And my professor was really she was strong with getting that across. I really appreciate what she was trying to do, but her delivery came a little off. She gave us this sheet, and this sheet is the language characteristics of linguistically, culturally diverse children, and this one is African American children. Y'all, like, I could say some of the things are accurate, but some of the things on here is just like, who made this? I want to know. And we read this paper as a class, so you could already know, like, this was hella uncomfortable for me reading this in class. Every sentence we'd read, like, she would refer to me, she'd be like, right, Catherine? Yeah, this is what you guys sound like, right? I'm gonna just read you a little bit of it. It says, used to some extent by most African Americans, used to some. Bruh, this sentence, when my teacher was saying it, because one of the girls in my class, because she asked, where do you guys think African American English comes from? One of the girls says, oh, from their masters, you know, trying to communicate between the masters and, you know, the other slaves. And I was weak as hell, because my teacher was like, no, we don't say that anymore. We say slaveholders or something like that. I don't know what they say, but when she said that, I was like, what? Like, I'm sure, yes, that's probably the more political, appropriate word to use in class, but it's like she was trying to make it so comfortable for me that it was uncomfortable. And basically, this sheet gives a couple examples of what black people would say. Deletion of semi-vowels, r, and l. So they have store, and they wrote stow. All right, okay. Simplification of consonant clusters at the end of a word. Last and last. Okay, I guess, you know, some of these words are kind of agreeable. Okay, and then substitution in middle and end of a word. So tooth and tooth. Maybe I'm not in the area with that many black people, but I'm pretty sure not all of them say tooth, because sure ain't here. Sure ain't here. Instead of saying bathing suit, a black person would probably say bathing suit. Okay, maybe. All right, maybe, I guess. I don't know. That Bobby bike. Mind you, all these sentences, these are white kids in my class saying these sentences, and I know they felt hella uncomfortable because I definitely did. There was, I got to ball. I asked him, did he know her name? That dog bark all the time. Can't nobody fix that thing. I be going to school every day. My brother real big. Some of them are accurate, but that one was just a drag, low-key. Like, that was a drag. Last night I walk home. Okay. Where's my shoe at? Okay. He the one what ate it? What? He the one what ate it? Nah, this doesn't make sense. Use of what as a relative pronoun. Okay, that was, I can't even say that. That dead. I didn't even peep that in class. Like, what? Oh, nah, this was OD. Instead of saying hat, they put hat. Who made this? Who made this? And then, oh my gosh, what got to me was when, this is the most spiciest part. My teacher asked me to speak how I would speak to my friends. So basically speak black. I'm like, so you want me to speak black in front of all these white kids? Now, to you, does that sound right? I've been asked, you know, a couple of times, okay, Catherine, speak in French or speak in Creole. First of all, that's putting the student on the spot. Nobody likes to be put on the spot like that. That's like OD. This was like by far like I really love this professor, OD. Like, I have a good connection with her, but that was totally out of pocket. She asked me, Catherine, could you speak, you know, black in front of the class? I'm just like, I told her, I was like, they know how I speak. I speak to them. Like, honestly, I have 3 registers of voices, I guess I could say. Customer service voice at work, you know, that's the fakest bitch I know. My school voice, like, obviously I'm not gonna speak the way I speak to my friends at school, especially if, like, I'm the only black girl in my class. I'm gonna switch it up. I could switch it up from like talking,
hello ma'am, how are you? Hello, can I help you today?
Or I can be like, hey, what's up, girl? You know, I can be both. But the fact that she asked me to demonstrate that in front of the class, I was just like, honestly, I've learned growing up with a lot of white people, I learned some of them really don't know, like, when they're being ignorant or not. And, you know, sometimes it's okay. Like, it's okay because, you know, sometimes people really don't know better if they were raised around people that always look like them. You know what I'm saying? So most of the white people that I've met never been in a classroom or had a black friend before. Like, I was their first black friend, or like I was the first black girl that was ever in their class. Like, they've never seen a black girl before. In 8th grade, in 7th grade, they never went to school with a black girl before. They're like, who? African American. Other times it's just like, but damn, like, when she asked me that, I was like, sis, you doing so much. In my head, I'm just like, go watch a Tyler Perry movie. Go watch any movie with Kevin Hart. Go watch a movie with Tiffany Haddish. Go watch Love and Basketball. Like, that was so inappropriate. I was like, yo, this class has to end. I think the worst ones was honestly the pragmatic variations. And it's the use of language, like how you approach a conversation, like the way you are in the conversation. So I'm gonna just give you an example. Oh, this one really sent me out the roof. It says speakers tend to highly assertive and excessively demonstrative. Talking loud, public arguments, and frequent interruptions are acceptable. Public arguments, though, I feel like that's every race, no? Like, I didn't know, like, specifically black people. Like, I feel like the pragmatic section of it was, like, where it got really offensive because, like, anybody could do this, you know? At this point, this was just, like, stereotypical. Loud talking, public arguments. And this one sent me out the roof. She said, frequent interruptions are acceptable. And then, on top of that, she asked me, she was like, Catherine, do you agree? Like, frequent interruptions? I'm like, I don't fucking know, like... And then, rude to ask personal questions of a new acquaintance person. Isn't that with everybody? I don't know. Please correct me if I'm wrong, please. And then on top of that, he was like, yeah, so it's if you see two black women talking, don't interrupt. If you see woman period, or anybody talking, don't interrupt them. Say excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like some stuff here in the phonological characteristics and the grammatical variations was accurate.
Some.
But like the pragmatic variation was just completely, utterly offensive. So, yeah. If you're a future educator, please refrain from putting people on the spot. Children, students, doesn't matter. Because I felt hella uncomfortable in the class. I hope you guys enjoyed my little story time. Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe, Zoodat. Bye.